Running to be the Republican nominee for president in 2024, Governor Ron DeSantis. Hey.
What's up, man?
Ron.
How you doing?
It's a pretty good blue state.
I know. Welcome back.
Not bad. Okay, so the debate, it was a shit show, but right, I mean, even you said you would have turned it off if you were watching it. I mean, people screaming over each other. I couldn't hear what anyone was saying. It was terrible. But I heard you won. I heard the polling said you won. What did you win? With Trump, no, honestly, with Trump not in the race, what did you win?
Well, but I think that...
I mean, look at these fucking little booties, dude. That, God. Every part of this sucks so much ass.
You know, he's not showing up. He's missing in action. He owes it to voters to show up and defend his record. And I think he thinks he can take a juice poll and then people don't get to vote. That's not the way the system...
So Maher is a straight Democrat, okay? Let's keep it real. He is a petulant, annoying, asinine, out of control, loves the fucking smell of his own farts, piece of shit, but he is a Democrat. So probably the real reason why he's propping DeSantis up is because he thinks Trump is definitely going to win, which is understandable because, you know, it looks to be the case. And he wants to, like, at the very least, you know, pull his own weight in the battle and try to push DeSantis a little bit more so there's, like, more of a chaos in the Republican primaries. So he is unbearable and annoying, but he is still very much not a Ron DeSantis fan. Like, I'll keep it real. Like, there is no way. In his own mind, he probably thinks he's like splitting the votes in the primaries or something, and that's why he's pushing for it. There's no shot. Bill Maher will have like the worst Republican psychopath on, okay, like Ann Coulter, and they'll have a back and forth and like laugh about it or whatever. But ultimately, he's a Democrat. Like, he is 100% like a very annoying Democrat. You don't think he can slowly turn into a Republican over the years? Why? Why would he? He's at least smart enough to understand that the Democrats have his best interest in heart. And on top of that, he doesn't care about, like, I don't know, executing gay people or some shit. He's the motherfucker who's just like stuck in like in the 90s mentally, okay? Where he just straight up is like, no, I'm a Democrat. I know that like my material interests are being defended by the Democratic Party because they are. But also at the same time, I think these like kids need to shut the fuck up and get back to work. And I don't know. He's like a Bill Clinton Democrat. Exactly. He is very much so a centrist Democrat. That's what he is. He hates cancel culture. I'm gonna have to disagree with this one. I'm 100% correct on this. If you think Bill Maher would ever vote for the Republican Party, you are wrong. He will say all of this shit that basically seems like he's just like a psychotic Republican. And at the end of the day, he will literally vote. He will never vote for the Republican Party. Never. I know for a fucking fact he would never, ever vote for the Republican Party. You can have, if Ron DeSantis ran as a Democrat, Bill Maher would vote for him. He's not voting for Ron DeSantis as a Republican.
System works. You got to go earn votes. So I'm showing up. I'm showing that. And here's the thing. In the midst of all the show.
Yeah, Chat needs to understand that most Dems are libs and not leftists like them. And Bill Maher is closer to the average voter than you are, Chat. Like, it's not an accident that his show is actually pretty fucking popular still. It sucks, but it is the case. Old people vote. People with money vote. Think about your fucking parents. Think about your libtard parents, okay? Think about them. They probably have a lot of opinions that resemble Bill Maher. Maybe not as annoying, but no fucking shot. No, they love voting, and they're lifelong. Like Bill Maher's a lifelong Democrat, dude. No shot. Bill Maher would never vote Republican out of aesthetic reasons. Bill Maher is the most annoying type of Democrat in many respects. Okay, he is the classic elite coastal libtard. Okay, who thinks that he is doing the right thing by voting Democrat every single election, even if their values don't align. And in some ways he is right, because marginally Democrats are better, right? But he's not even making that calculation on the margins. He's making that calculation because Republicans are stupid. He is the classic, like, every Republican is a podunk, cousin fucking, backwater, dumbass idiot who is just like really religious and wants to turn the country into a fucking religious theocracy. And I mean, the religious fundamentalist part is like, that is correct. He's accidentally correct on that. But yeah, he is like very much a West Wing Democrat. Exactly. A Bush era liberal. He's so much of an elitist to fucking vote for the Republican Party. He thinks like, the Republican Party just smells bad.
Show that happened. I was the one guy that people said, you know what, this guy's actually acting like a president when the rest were not. And so, okay, there I am. I told Donald, let's do a debate. I'm debating your governor.
Oh yeah, no, he in the unions, he's in the minority. I wasn't talking about like every single voter. I'm talking about like specific, like your dad. Okay, if you're on Twitch and you have a liberal parent, like your liberal parent is probably going to be kind of on a lot of issues, especially social ones. He's probably going to be closer to Bill Maher than you, right? But you're right, on union issues, he's in the minority for sure.
Gavin Newsom.
We're going to get
soon,
to that.
But let's do a debate with me and him. I'll do it.
All right, but can I ask you one thing about these debates? Can you get rid of this guy, Doug?
Also, you went to a sex party with Bill Maher? No, I didn't go to a sex party with Bill Maher. What the fuck? You weirdo? No. The girl I was hooking up with at the time went to a sex party with Bill Maher. Very different distinction.
Burgum. This guy, this bugs me. He is not going to be president. This guy could start dating Taylor Swift. No one would care. North Dakota, it's not even a state. All right. But the thing is, you did not take my advice.
What was it?
I was on this show a few times when we talked. I said, this guy's crazy to run this time. He's, 45 years old?
Yeah.
You just had a birthday, right?
Yeah.
You could run for the next 20 years. If you were Biden, the next 40. Okay, why run against Trump? You're trying to thread this needle that will never happen.
Well, for a couple reasons.
You can't disavow him because that's the base, and yet you're running against him. And that's why, let's face it, if the campaign was going well, you wouldn't be on this show.
Oh, that's not true. No. So, one, I don't think he can win the election. I could win the election. Two, I don't think.
God, dude, Ron DeRizlis is so fucking devoid of charisma that he makes Bill Maher look like a god in comparison. Like, I despise Bill Maher, okay? I hate him. But god damn, dude, Ron is so fucking bad in front of him where he's like, I could beat him, that like Bill looks like the coolest guy, okay? He's doing the Piers Morgan, dude. Have a guy who is like infinitely less charismatic than me so that I can look good in comparison.
I think he could actually get the job done that we need to do. For example, COVID. I think we need accountability for what this government did to this country with the COVID restrictions, mandates, and lockdowns. Donald Trump is not going to do that. He says he did everything right.
Who's clapping?
He says he saved millions of lives with lockdowns. He claims his mRNA shot saved 100 million lives. He's not going to clean house at CDC, NIH, FDA, or any of that. I will do that. I will get the job done. And a lot of other things we do. The one thing about...
He's going to rehire Antonio Fauci so we can fucking kill him. Bitch, you got the fucking vaccines and you distributed them in Florida to all the rich white folk, at least.
Me in Florida. If he says he's going to do something, he will follow through and get the job done. So it's about the country. Are we going to get the country turned around or not? I don't think he's a vehicle that's doing. And I have been, when I supported him on the things I liked, I've said it, but I've been critical about the things that he didn't do, and I'll continue to do that.
Okay, but you...
Okay, you know what's funny? I'm beginning to think that absolutely zero people want to watch Bill Maher now. So like the audience is just Ron DeSantis staffers, because the Bill Maher live audience in fucking Los Angeles, California, no shot they're clapping for this.
But you campaigned for election deniers in 2022. This I do not, to quote The Godfather. I mean, Carrie Lake, who said Biden is an illegitimate president, Trump didn't.
Well, now she's attacking me, so maybe I did make a mistake there, because she's out there saying, she's trying to say that we mandated vax in Florida when we did the opposite. We protected people even from private mandates. So that may have been.
But Trump lost the election, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you campaign for people who
Because
said
I wanted to see Republicans win key races.
And
I think it's important.
That's not a deal breaker issue for you? That's not democracy?
Well, okay, let's go back to 2016. Your friends in Hollywood were cutting ads telling the Electoral College to vote against Trump in the Electoral College because it was stolen. They said Russia stole the election. For years they said that. So don't act like this is like a unique thing in modern history of the country.
Dude, what the fuck? No, that's not. Guys, how is this a God, I hate liberals so much. And Ron DeSantis certainly is being a lib here. Yeah, dude, it was crazy when Hillary Clinton did all the Hillary Clinton supporters put on their pink pussy hats and did January 6th. Because, Hillary Clinton never conceded and then utilized all the Democratic Party's resources to try and fucking stop the process, engaging in months-long battles, doing recounts that cost hundreds of thousands, not millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars.